morning. A long time, come like months now. I'm trusting that you're doing awesome, amazing. You're having abundance, and even if you're going through the valley at this moment, just know that the mountaintop is coming. Now, I trust and hope that the day has been going great for you so far, and I just want to leave something to remind you that God is always on your side. You understand me? God is always fighting for you, or championing you, or being your cheerleader and allowing you to fight in order for you to be strengthened and encouraged and motivated, and for others to see you fighting and winning, and therefore are encouraged to do the same. Now, what I have been reflecting on is we have to know how important it is to discipline the devil. Listen, you have all the power, you have all the might, you have everything in you to discipline the devil. Now, when you understand that the devil only come to kill, steal, and destroy, therefore you can know when you see him like a head that come up in your life. You understand? The Bible tells us that we are to flee from the devil and he will flee from you. And while you are fleeing from the devil, you have to be drawing closer to God. Drawing closer to God, and God will draw closer to you. Now, when you appreciate that and understand that, when you're kind of having some thoughts, because even we are human beings, so even though you're fleeing from the devil and drawing closer to God, listen, you can't just flee from the devil and draw close to God. It doesn't work that way. So it is fleeing and drawing closer to God, fleeing from the devil and drawing closer to God. So while you're fleeing from the devil is fleeing from you, and while you're drawing closer to God, God is being drawn closer to you. And when that is happening, now your life start becoming that of a righteous life. Philippians 4 verse 8, I am always reflecting on that verse, because it is important for you to meditate on the right things. You have to think the right things. You have to think about the truth. You have to know the truth, because them say you know the truth, and the truth will set you free. You have to meditate on the truth. What does God say about your life? You may have had a past that is broken and empty and battered and stressed out and whatever, but God told you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and you're a royal priesthood. Now, when you know that, and God tells you you're gonna be above only, you're gonna be above all of the problems and stresses in your life. When you know that, you can walk into your future and walk and step through with that attitude and that confidence that I am fearfully and I am wonderfully made. I don't care what my past was like. I am not who I was then. I am who God has called me to be, and I'm gonna step out and fulfill his purpose in my life. So we have to appreciate that each time we are drawing closer to God, we are drawing to righteousness. We have to be buried in his word. We need to hear what the word of God has to say for us. You understand? Also, what I have written down here is that we are to abide in truth. And you know, God is truth. We have to abide in truth. We have to abide in a God who will overcome. We have to abide in a God who is faithful, who is merciful. I always tell people that my life is just grace and mercy. Nothing that I have done, nothing that I am doing or what I will ever do can make me be good in God's eyes. But because God loved us first, because of his grace and mercy over our lives, we can stand up and declare the word of God. We can stand up and declare some testimonies that we go through. I can even share a recent one. And my boys were in country for the holidays, so I went for them a couple of days ago. I didn't pray when I was going down, I'm confessing, but coming up back, I got this urge to pray. So I said, Johnny, can you pray please? No, Johnny was a little afraid, because I had some other relatives in the car. I brought down my cousin, he brought his son who is blind, and his grandson, so they were in the car. So the blind son actually attend Calabar. The boy is so brilliant and he's blind. Anyways, he decided to pray, so he prayed. Little after we leave out, I live in Stewarttown, and by the time we reach Brownstown, which is about 10 minutes away, we almost get right off by a truck. And I had to say to him, you know, say, is your prayer? Because I say, you know, me never pray when me come down door. And me just have this urge to pray. So there are times when God speak and we have to be obedient. If God says, if you slow down a little, be still and let me work. So we took the time out to pray. And me I say, look at that. Me say, you know, say your prayer saved me today. It's grace. Also, me almost get a ticket because I was in a 50 kilometer zone. And you know, when people see police, them start flash each other. I was going more than the 50 to be honest, but I slowed down because the man them a flash me, indicating that police was ahead. Now I end up I was going down a slight hill, so the car started to accelerate, so me end up go back to 69. So the police them stopped me. Now I knew I was wrong, so I was not even gonna try to defend myself. I wasn't even thinking of bribing the police officers. I was wrong and I was willing to pay the consequences. So the police asked me for my car papers and stuff. I gave them to him. I came out of the car. Me and him stand up and he had his receipt book. Then he started to engage in conversation and he must say, you know, it's back to school. Good thing me did have the kids them in the car too. So he must say it's back to school and him know say it hard these times. I mean I say a true man, you know. I'm back to school and something. I still never, because I know I was wrong. I would have to take the ticket because I was wrong. So he must say, him understand how it hard and you know, $7,000. I don't know if I'm money him did I try beg still, you know, but me never entertained that bribery thing then, none at all. So he was saying the ticket are $7,000. I say, really? I said, that 7,000 he reach now. And him a talk until him say, him have him receipt book ready for write. He has all of my car papers and everything. And the man just said, take this young man, me not bother give you no ticket. And all me have to say, me say, thank you, sir. Me just say I was here. Me just left same time, going on my car, was telling them in the car, oh, I was so close to getting a ticket because I was wrong. You understand? Me never dispute it or anything because him even asked me to look on his speed gun and me say it is not necessary because I know I was wrong. And I did not get a ticket. I mean, if I say, you know, say your prayer that again, that is 2 times God came through in the same day. And it was because I got the urge to just pray for coverage and for move the obstacles and part the Red Sea and whatever. So there are times when you are drawing close to God, you have to be obedient. When He calls, you have to answer. There are times when He said just slow down and be still, but sometimes we are just edgy. We want to go get everything on our own, but He reminds us again in Matthew that we are to seek Him, His kingdom and all of His righteousness, and then everything else will be added unto us. Sometimes you have to just be still and seek God. Stop to hear when you pray. Stop to hear what He has to say to you instead of run on this need for do, that need for do, that need. Whereas it's back to school now, everybody well busy, you know, and try to get things in order. But just relax and meditate and hear God, because sometimes He give you some ideas too that can propel you even a week ahead. You understand? So just use the time to draw close to God. Remember to know the word of God so you can use it against the enemy. We are gonna decide to discipline the enemy, because remember, the only thing he comes to do is to kill, steal and destroy. But God came to give you an abundant life, so you're not gonna sit down and allow the enemy to take away your abundantness from you. You understand? We have to live in purpose. We have to live to fulfill what God called us here to do, and we're not gonna let the enemy derail us. He will try, you understand, but we're gonna discipline the enemy this morning and for the rest of our lives.